I knew a man that changed the world. Well, the world that I know. That world, it's that plane that we as surfers occupy. That line between sea and sky, and we're held there by these invisible forces, fluid mechanics, surface tension, and that need for just one more. It binds us with a flat lock stitch. And it's that zone, that fluid seam between the ocean and the mountains. It's in those wild margins between high and low that we exist. I knew a man who was sharp, inquisitive. He'd want to know the where, when, how, why, not just the what. An adventurer who charted his own course through life. Like those Wednesday night sailing races in Santa Cruz when he'd cut across the kelp beds off Black's Point looking for that edge. But how do you map a man's life? How do you know him? Is it by the work he does? The man I knew was a child of the Great Depression, shaped by history, a locksman, lifeguard, salesman, sailor, flyer, fisherman, huckster, surfer, trailblazer. Is it by the cut of his cloth? The suit he wears? The guy I knew was jeans, flip-flops, button-down shirt, untucked, casual. But those suits he made us, oh, they changed everything. Forever. Yellow, blue, red, hot pink, classic black, and always summer on the inside. He had a love of the glide. Caught his first wave in 1934, body surfed it all the way to the shore. That set the hook. Learned to sail, learned to fly, launched his balloon on the evening winds out across the ocean on hope rather than expectation. He was a pioneer, sticking his flag in the sand, literally. A 40-foot driftwood pole upright in the ground outside his shop, dragged it off the beach, across the great highway behind a tractor. Who does that? So maybe that's why, while others cut their sessions short, setting their jaws against the cold waters, he was a man who thought to himself, I just wanted to surf longer, and did something about it. In the great American tradition, he built a business, put the family name on it, on a t-shirt, on a balloon, on a boat, on a spinnaker, on a team. He could see a future where others didn't. You're gonna sell to 5 guys on the beach, they'd say. Surf shop? What did that even mean then? It wasn't just a place, it was family. And family was everything to him. And it was surf mats, San Francisco, fins, wooden boards, not open every day, he was busy making a living. Then Santa Cruz, full-time, Boys Town, board hire, skateboards, home-blown surf talk, his kids running around like balls of energy, riders, wetsuits, culture, innovation. It was the whole deal. Still is, globally. He was a man who'd look you in the eye, speak clearly, and he'd give you his full attention. But he'd be drawn to the view, the point, a set, the surfers pausing mid-sentence to comment on a wave well-ridden. Then he'd be back, not missing a beat. He was a husband, father, grandfather, surfer. He was a maverick with a Zen garden and a Jaguar sports car. He viewed the world through a telescope rather than binoculars. Does that change your perspective? He'd warm up for the day on his full-size trampoline, checking the surf from his porthole, seeing which way the wind was blowing. You don't fight life. Rather work with what life brings. That was his philosophy. See where it takes you. Wipe out, capsize, ditch in the kelp beds, okay. But come up laughing. What can you take from it, improve on? What did you learn? He was all about detail. Drop by with Sam and he'd want to know where in the bay you'd caught it, how many you'd hooked, how deep. The 3 most important things in life: surf, surf, and surf. And he never lost that connection to the water. His house overlooked the point, and the high tide washed beneath it. He'd paddle out and float. New ideas, new designs, new concepts. A rubber philosopher. His ethos? Life is good. And if you love life and love being in the ocean, why wouldn't you want to take care of it? The ocean is alive. It was just a natural extension for him. That was his odyssey, his sea odyssey. I knew a man that changed the world, the way it felt, and, you know, that smell, fresh neoprene, makes you think of your first wetsuit or that time you surfed for 7 hours straight till your arms turned to noodles. And what is it about that sound? It's kind of like a drum roll. It's anticipation, commitment, first in, last out. Taking off the leash, it's like the exclamation point, done. These are the sounds that punctuate what we do. They make me think of him, a man that, damn it, did it first. And that suit, that barrier he created, it was a doorway that opened up new possibilities, new places, still does. He stretched the realms of possibility, taking us with him, thinking, what if? Why not? Let's go. I knew a man that changed the world we all know. I knew Jack O'Neill.
I used to work downtown in San Francisco, and it would get so screwed up, I'd come out and I'd jump in the ocean and I'd feel all right again. You just get one wave and everything's okay.